Zucker. Do 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 do. So long, Zucker. Anyway, how is everybody? How's everybody feeling? Couldn't figure out the alert thing, so we're still not gonna have up-to-date alerts, so I can't thank you. So if you do follow, just a heads up. I'll say this when more people are here as well. If you do follow, just tell me so that I can say thank you. You know, because it doesn't seem to be coming up on Streamlabs. I don't know what's changed. I'm gonna try stuff over the weekend, but I didn't have time this weekend. Well, this one day I wasn't streaming. But hey, I mean, I don't know. Well, there's nothing I can do. Anyway, last time we finished the Hanu, got their boat working. Their boat's looking fine. Started the sort of regrowth ritual, I guess is what you'd call it. Hold on a second. Let me just do streamer mode on. Yeah, we started the regrowth situation. Then, we went to the Pelu. Oh no! First we got undermined because like the second promise just came in and just solved all of it by putting some water in the thing that had etheric, the ability to absorb etheric energy easier, and just solved it. And then we went to the Pelu after getting the crystal from the Hanu, and we had to tame a wild alpaca, and the way that you have the best chance of doing that is if you have the saddle that is like scented in a way that calms them down. And so we decided to buy it, but we didn't have enough money, and so what happened is they gave us some wool and they said just trade until you get to it. And so we went over to the saddle guy, and the saddle guy was like, hey, you want a saddle? Sure, it'll cost you 1,000 blimmin' pel or whatever it's called. And then he went, wait, hold on a second, you're the third promise. Never mind, blimmin' 10 times the price, because I want the other guy to win, which I can't hate, but I am annoyed about. And then we started trading with the help of Malibu, or whatever her name is. She's going to be Malibu to me, but constantly, because Malibu Stacy dolls were a thing in The Simpsons, and they were all effectively Barbie doll rip-offs, and they were all pink, obviously. And so when I look at the pink Pelu, I'm going to think Malibu. And then I'm going to think Simpsons and blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying. Anyway, that happened. Then we started trading, started using our connections. We started figuring out when our people who were in situations where they'd pay extra for stuff. And we've made our way to the point where we can buy a premium quality alcohol. That's the thing the guy wanted. I think it's called the Mozu or Mosbu. I think it has a Z in it, and I think it has a B in it. So I think it's that. But we have to do. We had like 3 things we told him. It was like, 1, hey, you could use this tea that we had to sell as refreshments so that people don't have to have your strong alcohol. We went, hey, 2, if you help us, we'll get you proper clothing for the royal palace so that you are able to make a good impression. And then 3, we'll kill those monsters that are harassing you. And so we're going to go do the monster killing, I think is the next thing. Well, that's it. Don't you just love this fit? Except for the gloves. As soon as I get new gloves, I think this is like actually really good fit. They don't work with the outfit. But yeah, I've had a pretty like iffy week, and I'm just sort of like, it's not iffy as in bad. I mean, there's some bad things, like we're gonna pay 200 quid for a blimmin' for new tires, but like generally, It's just been slight changes to my routine that just annoy me because I like to have a solid routine, you know? So I don't know. It's been getting on my nerves, but it's fine. The week's over with. Hopefully the weather becomes less icy than it's been, because it's been really icy over here. Not like proper icy countries levels, but pretty icy for the UK, where we don't know anything about blimmin' dealing with this stuff. That should be the Argive Jaws. Just over there. This will go faster if we split up. Come and find me once you've finished clearing out your share of the pests. Okay. I mean, I don't know how powerful you are, but you seemed pretty powerful before. So it's just gonna be go over to the purplish areas, fight a boy, right? That's my guess at the very least. By the way, I'm sure you've seen this because it's like the hottest thing at the moment, but the Marvel Rivals just got a new season, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm definitely going to start grinding it after this after the stream ends. But do you guys know if like they're adding all the Fantastic Four immediately, or whether they're coming later? Because I've been sitting here going like, I thought they were all coming with the start of the season as kind of like comes with the season kind of thing. But like they've only shown off, or at least I've only seen the abilities and stuff for Reed Richards and Susan, I guess Richards, unless she's decided to keep her own surname. I don't actually know the law on that. Wow, did my attack do like freaking nothing to him? The special super attack. But yeah, like I'm hoping I get to play some like the Thing and the Human Torch, mainly because I'm not 100% sure how good I'd be at using all of the abilities on the newer characters. Compared to the creatures I've hunted with Papa, this was no challenge at all. Come on, let's head back to the distillery. All that's left is to give Malablu the sack of leaves so that she can seal the deal. This is where they come in, the leaves are all crumpled by the fight. And so we have to go through the whole process again. But this time we have no wool to use. God, if they actually do that, it would be kind of funny, but also I'd be kind of pissed. God, you can't go into an expansion without having at least one of the generic dog. The generic dog that's in every world that is slightly recolored and then sent to a new place. It's the same with those elementals though. You'll always see that like ice elemental. The monsters were no trouble for you, it seems. Now, if you could just if I could just have the sack of leaves. Of course. Thank you for looking after our precious trading good. Shouldn't it have been with you? I feel like it should have been with you. Your monster problem has been resolved, Master Gulbly. Here are the mate's leaves and a written introduction to Bolnock as agreed. Then the deal is done. Here, your jug of premium mezcal. Aged 3 years. Please accept it with my compliments. There, Wuklamat, you did it. Yes, finally we have the mezcal. Good work, especially you, Mablu. You are the one who inspired me to come this far, Third Promise, but let's not celebrate until we have a saddle in hand. Mablu, is it? You drive a hard bargain, young peddler. I look forward to doing business with you in the future. Thank you, but truth be told, I'm just a ranch hand for now. Should I ever become a proper merchant, though, I'll be back to strike more deals with you. What do you think of my, like, lady voice? It's the best I can do. It's not that great. But I just effectively... I don't know. I'm trying. I'm trying my best. Hey, excellent trade. We did it. Kind of. He's just gonna go, actually, it costs double that now because you actually succeeded. Even at the palace, I don't think I've ever held 10,000 pel jug of anything before. My hands won't stop shaking. Here, you'd better hold on to it until we get this to the saddle maker. I just realised they named it after these people. It's called the Pelu Pelu, but they have the Pel. Aha, can you imagine if we dropped it and had to start all over again? Luckily, Havel's place is not far. We need to just head across the... Oh, luckily the Havel's place is not far. We just need to head across the palace. The plaza. Sorry, I got it wrong. And the voice was wrong. I sounded like generic Jack. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. This is it. The trade we've... No, this is it. The trade we've been working for. Towards. Phew, still in one piece. Right, time to make the deal. Hopefully he's going to be like, yeah, it's a fair trade, so we'll do it. Get your tools ready, saddler. We've brought your precious mezcal. Wait, you actually got your hands on a jug? But you've had nothing, a few measly clumps of wool. What we had was an inspiring trader with a gift for negotiating. No, I will not do it. Although I'd sooner aid no claimant but Zorul Jar, I cannot go against the guiding principles of the Pelu Pelu. The trade is a fair one. I will craft you a saddle, third promise. Great! Stay and wait if you like. I have all the requisite materials, so this won't take long. You know, I realize that this could also be a huge problem. Because if there's just a horrendous guy, like say there's the equivalent of like fantasy, I don't know, Stalin or something, because I don't want to use the H word. He could just go like, this is a fair deal, you have to do it. Your commission is ready. Catching a wild alpaca is never a simple affair, but you will have an easier time with one of my saddles. Now, if you don't mind, I have all the work that needs finishing. Ah, I can taste that smooth mezcal already. Do 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 do. We did it! The saddle is ours! And I think we started off with only 100 bell basket of alpaca wool. Mablu, you're going to be an incredible merchant. Thank you. It makes me so glad to hear that, third promise. What we came for. Let's return to the ranch. The others will be waiting. I don't know what voice to give what Clamat. Success! You've traded it. Oh, I don't need to read that. That's what I need to be thinking in my head. That's the narrator talking. Well, not the narrator, because that's actually blimmin' what's his name? Bunny Dude. Bunnyman, Bunny Guide. Bunny Guide. I remember his name being something I could say, but I don't remember it. My guess is Hessenwood. It's not that. Erinville. Close, right? Woodville? No, okay, cool. You've acquired the saddle, then? Yes, and thanks in no small part to Mablu. Before you rush off to catch an alpaca, though, let me teach you how to saddle one. I'll bring you one of our wild-born friends so you can practice. That's cheating, surely? Surely? I don't think Zol Jar did that. I know, I know. There is something I need to learn. This is something I need to learn. Here he is. The dreaded alpaca. What are you gonna do? You can do this. I believe in you. Walk slowly. Like Hisoka? No. The blimmin' Killua? Yeah, Killua. Great sunken gods, I did it! Great sunken gods, I did it! That's kind of better. I like that. I'm gonna be king of the pirates. He seems hardly bothered. Much less inclined to spit. As if completely accepting of Wuklamat's touch. That is because of the singular scent with that which the saddle has been coated. Alpacas find it very soothing. We're drugging them. That's what we're doing. We're drugging them. You know, I've never taken a good long look at one of you before, but you are actually kind of cute. You're only noticing that? Now? Oh, Zerul Jar's has got one. Zerul Jar, he's back. I saw it. He's got a golden one? That's a thing? Having done exactly what he set out to do. That alpaca he bought, is it just me? Or is it glowing? I've heard of tales of such a beast. They say the golden alpaca lives a solitary existence deep in the valley where it shuns the company of both man and its own kind. Yep, he's got it. Zerul Jar, you're the best. Everyone knows. How did he manage to snare a prize like that? He's strong. A beast knows it's better. Faced with an overwhelming strength, it will yield rather than risk death. An apt illustration of how greatly the power of the first promise exceeds yours, Wuklamat. Strength alone won't win our father's throne. I'll be the one to find the Golden City, and then Tural can remain at peace. An everlasting desire for peace can only be forged in the fires of war. To unite as one, the people must be taught. They must suffer the horror and hopelessness firsthand. Exhaustion from prolonged conflict, the wages of war, merciless nature. These are what moved the clans to join the founding of Toriol, and all those years ago. Consider the young generation of this village. Since birth have they basked in unbroken harmony, and behold, they regard war not as a tragedy, but opportunity. Thus does the resilient son seek to provide education. He offers much-needed lessons in the reality of conquest, and a renewed appreciation for peacetime. 'Tis true that war's misery breeds a longing for peace. But I have seen with my own eyes what becomes of an empire forged through the violence you propose, the rebellions it spawns, and the ruins it leaves behind. Yeah, I left the ruins. The Garlean Empire was a conglomerate of simpletons. Conglomerate of simpletons? The oppressed fought back against the oppressors, as well they should. Men are not beasts. Only a fool would seek to rule over all with a threat of force alone. This is why Gurul Jar Jar did not elevate the Mamul Jar, why he treated all clans with equal respect. However, the first promise has his gaze fixed upon more distant horizons. He would unite not only Toriol, but the star in its eternity. What? Why? I need not explain myself to you. Oh, well done indeed. The first promise has completed the feat of gold. with an appropriately golden flourish. May I present you your much-deserved keystone. Very well. You will lose, Zuljar. No matter what happens, you will lose. He has always been like that, never sharing his innermost thoughts with me or even Kona. It's like we're not even family. Or maybe, I'm hoping this is true, maybe he's trying to shoulder all the burden because he cares for you greatly. I'm hoping it's that. I'll ponder Zuljar and his mysteries later. Right now, I need to think about finishing the Feet of Gold. I have my saddle, I practiced how to use it, so lead on to where the wild alpacas roam. The valley of Urunkarka is northeast of here. Come on, everyone. Even if we can't enter ourselves, we can see Wuklamat off on a hunt. I can't do the voices, I'm very sorry. I'll try again later. It was the same with D&D. I was like, I know what I'll do. I'll have a voice. I'll do like a voice that is like, you know, will show when I'm talking as my character. It didn't work. It didn't work again. I failed quite a lot in the first D&D Pathfinder session I had. I'm not happy with myself. I think I failed the role-playing aspect, especially in the first half. I think in the second half, maybe I did a bit better. But, what can you do? You can only look at what you failed and improve, right? And I will make sure I improve if it's the last thing I do. Also, I had a lot of fun. So, you know, it's not a huge deal. What the frick was that sound? Is that a cactus, or is that like a very thin Christmas tree? Oh, it's like a large flower. Hello, alpaca. You are not considered a wild alpaca, surprisingly. I can do this. I know I can. Cheer on Wuklamat as she marshals her courage attempting the harrowing task. / cheer. Woohoo! You can do it, Wuklamat! If you can't do it, I certainly can't. Because I can't help you.
Good luck, Third Promise!
Good luck, Third Promise!
Thanks. I'll need it.
Thanks, I'll need it. No, I can't do that voice.
Truth be told, still not sure about alpacas. I'd rather not go near one if I can help it.
Yeah, we all gotta do stuff we don't like, sadly.
But if I'm to rule this nation, then I'll need to learn how to live with them. Tural is their home too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's the top priority, but I think it's learning to live with all the other races, I guess, is a bigger priority. But I'm sure you already know about that. You've lived in the result of what your papa's done. Don't run!
So, shall we head back to the ranch, or...?
He's gonna be quick. He's gonna do it in like a second.
I'm staying here.
I'm staying here.
As will I. Wuklamat is alone in this. The least we can do is stand watch and await her return.
Exactly. Exactly. Aaronville, what are you gonna do?
It may be a while yet. Help me pitch the tent.
He could do it. She could do it in like a couple seconds. You don't know. I will also stare at the ground when nobody else helps. Excuse me? Alpha, no? So many times we made tents when we were in Heaven's Ward.
Trust a gleaner to come prepared for anything.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's his go-to.
What's a gleaner?
Oh, he's gonna become a cleaner.
Someone whose job it is to travel the world and procure uncommon things for their employers. Erenville specializes in finding animals, I believe.
Oh, I like that she's sitting like that. That's cute.
But
Oh, she
aren't
switched.
you a Shitona from Shaktural? Why did you cross this
She
out?
switched. I don't know why. Guess to get more warmth.
When I was much younger, the thought of leaving Tural never even occurred to me.
Okay, what happened? What changed?
But then, some years ago, my mentor tasked me with a difficult hunt.
Okay.
Something I could never find, she said, so long as I clung to the familiar. She suggested that I leave home, leave Tural, and join the Gleaners of Charlian.
Okay. Bit of a weird
As one
suggestion.
of the number, I could experience the world, immerse myself in myriad cultures and customs, see the many faces of nature. And once I had learned what is truly important, I would find that which I seek.
Is it friendship? It's got to be friendship.
My younger self took those words to heart. And off I went to become a gleaner.
This is pure alcohol. It's pure
Her
vodka.
words alone moved you to leave behind everything you'd ever known? You must have great
It's not,
respect for
it's
your
lemonade.
mentor.
It's completely lemonade. I don't
As
want
it
things.
happens, gleaner work was much to my liking. And I all but forgot why I had pursued it in the first place.
Oh, you lost yourself in the job.
Yet, events conspired to put me back on the trail I'd abandoned.
That's just your childhood
Wait.
friend.
Are you saying you were tasked with finding the City of Gold?
Ooh, that makes a lot of sense.
I was. And though my hunt is now entangled with the right of succession, I mean to see it through.
Wait, that's nothing related to animals. Unless it's on a giant animal. It's on a
I
giant turtle.
understand completely.
It's on a
We
giant
all have
turtle.
our reasons for seeking the Golden City.
Or it's on that creature he sealed. It's on
which is all the
that's
more
my shot in the
reason
dark.
for us to work together.
Shot in the dark.
Just so.
I've been on that moon, you know. If we want to talk about stories, I've been to the moon. Surprisingly, there's breathable air. Or maybe a dog helped me? I forget what happened.
She should have been back by now. What if something's happened to her? We need to tell Tobli and arrange a search party.
Nah, you gotta wait like 3 days before calling in a missing person.
Wait. Do you hear that?
Is she gonna bring like a horde of them that she's running away with? Hey, she got one!
They did it.
Oh, she's gonna stink of spit, isn't she? Oh, it's a
You're utterly
cutie.
spent. And
It's a
small
very
wonder.
cutie. I do like alpacas. From a distance. From a
Well done,
distance,
Third
definitely.
Promise.
The ranch isn't going anywhere. Take a rest in the tent.
I think I will. Thank you all for believing in me.
Oh, I had a bet on you not succeeding. It was just a really good bet because everyone was betting on you. It wasn't like because I actually believed it. I was hedging my bets. I'm so relieved the third promise came back to us safely. And the alpaca she tamed is a healthy looking beast. Surely this will be enough to satisfy the feat of gold. Yeah, I mean, it's not like... It's not gold, but it's more practically used. Wuklamat still seems a bit unsteady on her feet. Hardly surprising after she spent the night chasing alpacas. You know what will melt away fatigue like magic, though? Mate tea! I'll run to the ranch and get a pot brewing. That way you can take your time and the tea will be ready when you arrive. As Mablu so wisely suggested, we should set a slower pace for our exhausted third promise. Or she could ride the alpaca she just got. I hope I get an alpaca mount. It's gotta be the crafting quest, isn't it? Aw, that's slightly annoying for me. I mean, I've got a deer. A male deer. So that's not too bad. But I don't do crafting. Oh, it could be gathering. It could be the crafting and gathering one though. I could level up my fishing because I do like fishing. What's this? What's in my 4th slot? Oh, it's the chromium. Right, okay. Do. Hello, my blue. Came back ahead of the others, did you? I should hurry along with the tea, then. Rucklemat can't be that far behind. This is when they all have been destroyed by a sneaking two-headed blimmin', I forget his name. Mamunjar? No, that's the other guy, right? That tea was magical. I feel better already. I see you've become more comfortable around our fuzzy friend. Watching this one taught me a lot about alpacas. What grasses and fruit they eat, what sounds they react to, their adorable little quirks. I guess I've grown kind of fond of them. Welcome back, Third Promise. Accomplished the feat of gold, have you? Yeah, yes. This is no mistaking. There is no mistaking a valley alpaca. I commend you on your success. Well done. Yeah, we did it. Although I can't find a shiny one like the Zarol jar did. I'd be surprised if you had. Golden alpacas are born but once every few decades. They are elusive, solitary creatures that are rarely seen, much less captured, thanks to their innate magical and physical gifts. Only a single other person is known to have caught one before, that being Gulu Jar Jar himself. Papa was chasing alpacas too? So my grandfather's stories say... It was before the founding of Toriol, in a time where the mountain giants, the Yok-Hul, held our people in thrall. Compelled by their overlords, our forebears would ride their alpaca mounts to the highland to deliver gifts of food and other tributes. Those were wretched days to hear grandfather tell it. Then along came the young Garul Jar Jar, yet unburdened by the mantle of Dawn Servant. He's got friends with him. Our people were amazed by the imposing two-headed figure, equal to the Yok-Hall in stature, and puzzled by his entourage of mismatched companions. That's the pirate guy, isn't it? Some trembled in fear, believing a new conqueror had come. Yet Garul Jar showed no such inclinations. He sat and spoke with us, sipping from a cup of mate tea as we offered him, and grew somber when he learned of our plight. None could have anticipated what the visitor decided to do next. Garul Jar ascended the cliff to face the giants and freed the Pelu Pelu from the Yok-Hul subjugation. He then turned our appraising eye upon our riders and proposed we take to the road to peddle our beverages. This suggestion seemed obvious for one who travelled as he did, intent on fostering amity between the clans. So it's that of a few words from Garul Jar that transformed us into a clan of merchants. I didn't know that word. I've never heard the bond Papa forged with the Pelu Pelu spoken of in that way before. The saga was not so detailed. Then you may not know that Garul Jar Jar sought a sure-footed guide for his trek up into the highlands. Thus did he capture a golden alpaca. So both my brother and father caught the rarest of creatures. Yeah, but technically your father had a guide, while an ordinary one was the best I could imagine. The feat requires no more than that, Third Promise, and you brought back a perfectly wonderful beast. He's great. Mablu is right. You're a perfectly wonderful beast. If anyone's ordinary, it's me. Spit. Spit in his face. Not only did you accomplish the feat of gold, you also made many trades and brought joy to many people in true Pelu Pelu fashion. I sorely doubt your siblings could have achieved the same feat. You should be proud of the accomplishments which earned you your keystone. I've got a feeling that alpaca's going to go up to the golden alpaca and they're going to fall in love. I don't know why I think this, but I think this. It's going to foreshadow the brothers coming together and working together with Wuklomats to become a council of brothers. The Promised Council. 5 more to go. Fuck, that's a cool name. I'm sticking that in the back of my mind. You're well on your way, Third Promise. We'd be lost without you, Mablu. Thanks to you, I've learned so much about the Pelu people and your customs. It might seem obvious, but I've come to realize the importance of properly knowing something. It was because I didn't understand alpacas that I was uncomfortable around them. I'm thankful to you as well, Wuklomat. You've given me the courage to say what I wasn't sure I ever could say. Go ahead, become a trader. Trader, not a traitor. Tobli, I want to leave the ranch and become a merchant. I appreciate everything you've done for me, and I've loved every moment caring for the alpacas. But there is something I need to do. I need to walk my own path and make my own trades. No, you're not allowed. As your parent, allow me to say one thing. I've always tried to give my wards lives filled with as much happiness as I could provide, yet never once have I wanted that to be the only happiness they knew. You have my blessing to walk any path you choose, Mablu. It gladdens me to hear you found a calling you wish to pursue with such passion. You will make an excellent peddler, I'm sure of it. Hey! He was always supportive. Thank you, Tobli. Tobli? What did I tell you, Mablu? There's one thing I can help you with, Third Promise. You need to find the Golden City, right? That's the end goal. I know exactly where it is. Then I suggest you talk to the Yokhul. They once ruled over far more than just Urukpachi and the Pelu Pelu. 1,000 years ago, they were overlords of Yoktaral and its people. During that era, the Pelu Pelu were commanded to search for the City of Gold. They scoured every corner of the continent, but never found a trace of that fabled place. But if they didn't find anything, what could they have to tell us? They may not have found it, but the fact that they thought to look for it at all makes me curious. Perhaps there's value in delving into how the legend originated. Exactly. We lose nothing from asking the question. Besides, if we're determined to follow the path of the saga, we'll be visiting the giants eventually. This feels very much like I was supposed to have done this 1 second. Seeing as the giants they seem like they were about as big as the two-headed from what they said. Oh, Kryl, I have a question I've been meaning to ask, and since we finished with this feat, where did you acquire that earring? My earring? Do you recognize it? Yes, pieces just like it first became fashionable in Yoktaral around 20 years ago. Since then, it's become common to wear one as a charm for safe travels. 20 years ago, right about the time my grandfather made his journey, yet the Dawn Servant implies the earring was connected to the Golden City in some way. Surely there is more to its significance than simple fashion. If you want to know how it first came to be crafted, I could try to find out. Seeing as it's a regular seller for many merchants, I'm curious to learn about it myself. I would appreciate that very much, thank you. Jumping feet first into the peddling business there, Mad Blue. Right then, that's 2 keystones down. I say we head to Torial and plan our next move. Farewell for now. Thank you for your help. I will become the Dawn Servant, so make sure you set aside your best mezcal for the occasion. I'm gonna be king of the pirates! She is a fearsome opponent in that brother of hers. He even brought a golden alpaca to heal. But you've heard Zul Jar Jar's supporters talk, sorry. They might see opportunity in his expansionist ambitions, but they find the man himself intimidating, terrifying even. Sorry, I've had some fizzy drinks, so I'm going to be burping a lot. Whereas I've grown to love Wuklamat. Everyone she meets will come to love her too, and that's why she'll win the throne. You might be right, Mablu. You might be right. Could you imagine if both the second and the first promise know that Wuklamat's the best choice, and they're trying to show her what's wrong with their these ways of thinking to train her? It feels good to have the Feet of Gold safely under our belt, even if my victory pales beside Zul Jar and his shiny golden alpaca. I know I shouldn't let it bother me, and gods know you've all been so supportive, but I want to be strong or wise, like my brothers, to be a promise that people respect. Which is not likely if I stand here carrying on and on about things. Let's move on. Back to that place with us. The contest has hardly begun. Yeah, we've got like 6 others to get. Wait, first check. Do I have this crystal? I do. Second check. Do I have this crystal? Of course I do. Wait, 2 down, 6 to go, right? I love if one was just like given to somebody that isn't part of the actual overarching kingdom. Just like, these are the foreign traders. I gave them 1 because you need to have foreign trade, and I like that. I love this music. Very like Cuphead in appearance, in sounding. Look at us. The contest has barely begun and we've already have 2 keystones. Surely even my talented brothers aren't doing this well. We can only hope. Well, we know they've at least got 1. They might have 3. I imagine they've got 3, just to show that they've one-upped him. We've now won keystones from both the Feet of Reeds and the Feet of Gold. Surely that means our approach to the contest was the right one. So it would seem, but by continuing to retrace his journey, as presented in the saga, we should find the remaining electors in turn. Then let's visit the Giants next, like Kryl said. The fact that they were searching for the Golden City might mean they know something more. The home of the Yok Jarl is in the upper reaches of Upapachi. Unless you're keen on scaling cliffs, we'll have to take the long way though. This route will take us close to the Moblin village, which is another important location in the saga. Since we need all the keystones eventually, it makes sense to pay them a visit while we're passing through. So we call on the Moblins first, then let's head there. Right now. I'm afraid right now is going to be a problem. Is there an avalanche? Yeah. The flight of We Wingless, the great stairs leading to the Moblin settlement, collapsed in the storm. What are we to do then? Help rebuild them? There is an alternative, but it requires preparation. Until it's ready, you can find rest at the cabins or see more of the city. Whatever you prefer. Dirigible? Just to be sure, you'll accept any method of travel as long as it gets us to our destination? Of course, who do you take me for? Then as your guide, I will see to the arrangements. Well, it would seem we have some free time on our hands. Let us make most of it. I'm gonna go to sleep. That's what I would use my spare time, but that's why I'm not the Warrior of Light. And not a furry is. I need to get my axe repaired. I nicked the blade really badly when I took a swing at Bakul Jajar. That reminds me, I never got around to introducing you to Roppy, did I? He's the man in charge of the Watchamin Queen, and a good person to know. Want to come along? Sure. Let us go then. I guess I'm not sleeping. Ready? The markets of Quim Quai are to the east, on the other side of the Bayside Bevy. Bookleman is now coming up, blah 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 blah. If you leave, he's gonna be pissed. Bow, bow, bow. Everybody dance. My dancing isn't great. This is Aunt T's Tacos, named for its owner, the lovely Tisol. If you're after the best tacos in Turial, the place sits to top it with Zabal's Thai. You say that, Third Promise, but you only ever eat old Brookeville's food. Come and buy mine for a change. Sorry, Tisol, it's been a while, hasn't it? I swear I'll stop for a bite once the contest is over. See, the fact that they can talk back to them like that shows that you're a better leader. Sorry, I'm dancing. I know it doesn't look like dancing. My, the Third Promise? How may I assist you this fine morning? Well met, Ropey. I need to buff a nasty nick out of my axe blade. Yes, it's been chipped quite terribly. Trying to cleave rocks again, were we? Something like that. Think you can fix it? You stand among Tyrol's most prestigious gathering of artisans and ask the question? 'Tis child play. We'll have it repaired for you in 2 shakes of an alpaca's tail. Good to hear. I leave it in your capable hands. Who's your companion, if I may ask? Well, this is Notta, a great adventurer I recruited from across the salt. I brought her here to meet you, actually, though she might have reason to visit that place sooner or later. Then allow me to introduce myself. I am Ropley, humble representative of the Grand Centre of Trade. A pleasure to meet you, Arthur. You there, stop dithering in the shadows and announce your business already. Or is it Thancred? Oh, is that Thancred? I've seen that man somewhere before. Oh, it's the guy! It's the artisan! He was on the ship. Ah, jewelry maker you met on the voyage over? Oh, I remember. I spoke with him too. Bulgene Tane? Yes, that was his name. You've been loitering like a flighty admirer who can't pluck up the courage to confess his feelings. Out with it, then. Why are you here? That is to say... runs. And we're no closer to solving that enigma. I wonder if we can use someone... he could use someone to talk to. I say we go and ask. Let me know by link pearl if you find him first. I'm glad you're getting used to the link pearls. Shows that you're good on the technology. Why is the music so much louder in that one cutscene? These guys are a lot bigger than I thought. Every time I see a Hanu Hanu. He's wearing similar things. Do 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 do. I like the dance. I'll find you. I'm gonna guess that he's behind this building. A quick check. I don't see him, I don't see him, I don't see him. Where are you, good friend? Not that guy. Is he on the beach? God, this is a nice beach. Is that a baby lizard? Oh, that's very cute. That's unreasonably cute. There you are. Okay, I'm gonna go back and have a look at that kid. Get back here. Get back here. You look very cute and I wanted to get a closer look at you. Oh, look at that one. Such a cutie. I don't think I've ever seen baby versions before. Aww. Oh, that was worth it. That's got a smile on my face. Does that mean I'm getting old? Nah, it's the kids that are the kids are the problem. I don't think I have this either. Do I have it? I think I do. We've been to the cabins. Never mind. You were conversing with Master Rupai? But wait, we've met before, haven't we? On the ship? Yeah, I'm the Warrior of Light. We talked. You were seasick. Remember that? You found him? Good, I'll be right there. Why did you run off like that? Do you have business with Ropley or not? Please, you needn't concern yourself with my affairs. I'm undeserving of such attention. Please, you needn't concern yourself with my affairs. I'm needn't deserving of your attention. What are you going on about? I beg of you, do not ask me to explain. Do not. Sorry, but the more you tell me not to, the more curious I became. Besides, you look like you need a friend. You're too kind, so be it. I suppose I can share with you a morsel of my misery. Before I came to Toriel, I worked as a goldsmith at the most prestigious jewelry maker in all of Uldal. Oh, it started off well enough, but as the days passed, everything began to go wrong. Compared to the masterpieces of my talented colleagues, my products were lacking, mediocre. I lost all confidence, crippling doubt has possessed me, and any veneer of bravado I tried to put forth soon cracked beneath its weight. Thus did I take ship, hoping to find a fresh beginning on new shores. Yet as you witness, I lacked the courage to even approach a potential employer. You stand before a man wallowing in wreckage of his ill-spent existence. Alright then, you offered a morsel that then served a full course. You must really want someone to hear your story. If you like, I could try to give you a few words of advice. Then you'll have experience with my predicament. I'm feeling terribly inaccurate compared to your undeniably superior peers. Well, when you put it that way, Oh. Not me, I'm Wuklamat, third promise of Torial. Daughter of the Dawn Servant. Of course, you're a member of the royal family. Please forgive me for my presumptuousness. But what of you? Have you ever measured your work against that of your colleagues, and found yourself wanting? You can't measure your worth by the success of others. How can I not? Should my work not meet the same exacting standards, no new commissions will be forthcoming. What then was the point of me becoming a goldsmith? Looking back, 'twas my father who inspired me to take up the trade. His exquisite creations brought radiant smiles to the faces of his clients, and I admired him deeply for that. But in the cause of striving to be a great goldsmith, as great a goldsmith as him, I lost sight of my original motivation. All I ever wanted was to spread joy through my craft as he did. Perhaps I could give this one last try. Thank you both for reminding me of what's truly important. What's truly important? What's truly important is you want peace for everybody. Peace is the answer. Oh, sorry, Notta. I didn't mean to ignore you. But yes, I'm glad to see Fontaine is giving himself another chance. Level up. I can't help but wonder if Fontaine will follow through. Let's see if he actually's gone to talk with Rotply. I just got a couple of new things. I think there were upgrades to existing things though, if I had to guess, or they're passives. It's one of the two. We're going over here because we're going to make over to this, which surely I have the crystal for. If I don't, I'll remember to get it when I go next time. I didn't see if we had it. I couldn't see between the all the stuff. I don't know how I'm supposed to say this. It's like Whatchumaquimqui. Whatchumaquimqui? Whatchumquim Whatchumquimqui. Whatchumaquimqui. Whatchumaquimqui? Whatchumaquimqui. I've got it. That's right. I definitely haven't this one. I haven't got this one. It's like in the middle of nowhere. Knew it. I blimmin' knew it. Right. How you doing? 'Twas kind of you to come, but you needn't worry. I've found my courage. Watch his voice actually be something completely different. Pray accept my apologies for my earlier behavior. My name is Fontaine, and I am a goldsmith from Uldar in a faraway Erosia. I realize this is a bold request, but I should like to continue my practice here in Whatchumquimqui. If you will have me, I only ask for the opportunity to bring happiness to others with my creations. So this is what it's about. You were looking for work? Consider yourself hired. We're always in need of skilled craftsmen and women. I'll handle the necessary paperwork. Can you start tomorrow? Yes, of course. I must thank you both again for your sage and timely advice. I don't know that I was all that helpful. But you were. Had you not come to speak with me, I would not have had that moment of much needed self-reflection. The arrangements have been made. Come and meet me at the entrance of High Tide Harbour. The arrangements have been made. Come meet me at the High Tide Harbour. Oh, I almost forgot. Do you have my axe ready, Ropley? Ready and waiting. Behold the sublime touch of our artisans. Oh, it's as sharp and deadly as the first day I held it. Thank you. Well, good luck to you, Fontaine. Let us know if that doubt creeps back in. I'd be happy to talk you out of it. I like that. As for us, we should head for the harbour. Wouldn't want to keep Erenville waiting. I like that little thing of like, hey, make sure to tell us if that depression comes back, because we're gonna get you out of it. I like to think I can be like that for my friends. If I was a bit more confident. Good outfit. That's a cool outfit. Got like creatures with fires in their mouths? On the shoulders? That's cool. Enjoy it. Enough with the secrecy. What's the big plan of yours? Oh, it's a boat. Look there. That is my plan. Oh, look at that thing! What is that? What is that? It's a manatee. It's a punatee. She'll be pulling our boat up river. How do you know she won't thrash about and sink us instead? They're gentle and timid creatures for the most part. She's unlikely to cause a fuss unless you give her reason to. I love it. I don't think it can push this whole ship, but... First alpacas, now punities. We're relying on a lot of animals for this journey. We should be thankful we have an animal expert as our guide then. But did it not have to be my old nemesis? Another boat? It's a pretty big one. Big one. Well, I took you for someone who was up for the challenge. Was I wrong? You can conquer your seasickness, Wooklamat. I believe in you. Long ago, when fighting still raged between the clans, the inhabitants of Kozum Uka rode these riverboats to move swiftly through hostile territory. But the vessels see little use with Tural now at peace, so I was able to borrow one of the few which remain. I did consider a dirigible, but the pilots warned me that the updrafts near the falls would make landing difficult. It's nice clear water. You said you borrowed one, yet there appear to be several in the water. Corner! Oh, I'm glad that there's a smile on your face. Latter eye, travelling up the river, I presume? Seems that way. Does that mean you've earned your 2 keystones already? I can't believe how well you've managed despite undertaking this contest alone. He's not alone. I was never alone. I've had my own entourage with me since the beginning. My friends, it's been, well, not that long. Get it? Tancred, Orange, what are you doing here? Escorting a promise, the same as you. I've heard much of the incomparable Archons during my time at the stadium. As soon as the contest was confirmed, I thought who better to recruit to my cause. I contacted the Scholiarch, who arranged an introduction to these two gentlemen. The second promise has specific requirements. They who would be his assistants must boast both proven survival skill and mastery of the arcane arts. Thus did Tancred and I receive the summons. My own studies concentrate on technology, which our people could readily use, such as inventions born of magitech or clever engineering. When magic was concerned, I covered only the foundations. Knowing you two, I expect you have other reasons for accepting this job? A few. The nation of Toral spans an entire continent. Depending on who wins the throne, the world may be plunged into instability once more. Ever have we striven to preserve peace? Where is our place if not here and now? We did our due diligence, of course. We made sure who we were working with before agreeing to this endeavour. He's even more opaque than Orange at times, but is surprisingly... That's quite enough out of that. We must be on our way. Wait, I have one more question before you leave. Conor and Wuklamad are vying for the throne. As Conor's entourage, does that mean you're resolved to defeat all his opponents, including us? We've sworn to do all in our power to win the contest for Conor, even if it means competing against our own comrades. That's fair enough. We intend to hold nothing back, and I expect you to do the same. And we won't disappoint you. Aronje's there to charge your batteries. I thought you were taking a boat. If even you have been forced to travel on water, then the others will be doing the same. I would rather walk the risk confrontation on a leaky barge with no possibility of retreat. It's true, I can't stand boats. But I trust the route Amonville has chosen for me. I'm surprised he didn't ask for a guide, actually. Leaving the handling of the Puniti to me. Should other wildlife attack us, however, I will have a difficulty keeping her under control. Do your best to draw them away as far from the front of the boat as possible. That I can do. My mere presence will keep them away. It doesn't. I wish it did. Then we shall remain on the deck and stand guard, although it may be wise to have at least one of us sit up front with Erenville, just in case. I'd like to stay on the deck. I'm eager to put my pictomancy to the proof, and I'll take any chance to show you that I can hold my own on the battlefield. Have I got a dungeon I'm going to do? Then Kryl will stand on guard with Notta. It'll be good to work together with you, Kryl. It's been a while since I worked with Kryl. I'll keep Erenville company then. With my blade, I can respond more quickly to threats than Alphanol. Thank you. If a fight breaks out, I'll try to stay out of your way. Is this a dungeon? Then I shall endeavour to provide aid whenever it is needed. 1 DPS. I can do that as well. And that should cover most eventualities. Secure your gear and board the ship when you're ready. So... yeah. That cool Jar Jar, you're gonna try and attack us, aren't you? Let the hunt begin. Damn, the second promise was smart. Although I don't think he's going to be able to hunt the Zerul Jar Jar. Zerul Jar Jar's like properly strong, isn't he? He's like comparable to the leader. Who am I bringing? I'm obviously bringing... oh, that's all I can bring. Can I keep the music? Okay, we can't keep the music. Fair enough. Do 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 do. Oh, I love this little thing. Oh, here's his war party. He's got two little creatures in there as well. And here's ours that has no war party. Oh, this is cool. This is so cool. Like, there was a boat like ours ahead. Could it be Zul'Jar? Or, oh, God, is it Bakul Jar Jar? Forget who's on the ship right now. We have company. Okay. We've got this. How are we doing in terms of death? Okay, well, they're almost, one of them's almost dead. Two of them are almost dead. Am I missing one of them with my attacks? I might be missing one of them with my attacks. I know it is quite loud. I understand. I've tried to turn it down so hopefully you can actually hear me. Alistair, kill it! How do you reckon the second promise dealt with the alpacas? Probably brought some sort of tech that like calms them down or something. Projectile like drugs or something. I don't think. Projectile drugs a thing? Can I get somebody high from a distance? Easy. Next. We're in for some rain, it seems. I thought it said we're in for some rain for some reason. That is Bakul Jar Jar ahead of us. Be ready for anything. Yes, come closer. We have something for you. A gift courtesy of the blessed children. Enjoy our presents. They jumped pretty far. Do you reckon First Promise and Bakul Jar Jar have like some overlap in like interest? Like they're both like power is all that matters. Or at least I need to... Power is the thing I'm going to control people with. Except one of them's like full war and one of them's like back to old traditions, but probably also full war. That's kind of how I see it. Full war! Yeah. What's next, Bakul? What's next? Gah, this is not going to plan. We'll just have to improvise. Shoots fireball at our dude. The harness! Afraid of a fair fight? See you upriver, if you make it that far. Crippling our boat was a cowardly move. Evanville, we're losing speed. I can't command the Putini like this. The harness is broken. I'm sorry, we'll have to pull over to the bank. We won't be going anywhere until we make repairs. See if the route overland. See if there's a route overland. We'll try to catch up to you later. Very well. I do really like this. Is that a manatee? Is that a Putini? In the floating Putini? They can float. It's a boss? Oh, it's a prime Putini. We could get one of these to help us. It is the mother of all Putinis. It's huge. Punity, whack! That's it? I can't just be it. What the heck? It's got suction power, but... Oh! What? What the heck? What the heck was that? It was awesome, but what the heck was that? Oh, that was a cool move. That's already made this dungeon cool. Wait, there's more of them? Okay, so regular Putini are like actually easy to kill. Okay, okay. Okay, I understood that one. It took a second, but I understood it. It's doing its super attack. One move. Alpha note. Never mind, apparently I didn't make it. The jungle itself was laid away. Unbelievable. That is a pretty impressive feat. I made a mistake. I made a mistake. Hey, you're not gonna get me twice with that. I don't understand that attack. Like, surely that doesn't get anybody. I'll never look at a Punini the same way. Such monstrous lungs that creature had. How does this look? Oh, okay, that kind of looks cool, but not used by any of the things I use. I don't do... I think that's mostly all the tank classes. Some manner of mineshaft? That boy. I want him dead. I just love the spinning around. I think the AoE moveset is funner than the other moveset. Even if there's less to it. Just because the spinning effect looks cool. It's literally that. Holy shit, that one-shot him? Well, not one-shot him, but he was at least like half health, I swear. That thing looked awesome, by the way. I loved that look, that sort of look it had. Ooh, treants! And the little rock things that... I guess are always near moblins now that I think about it. The geode boys. Oh gosh, what are you doing? Airborne arboreal storm? Oh, that makes sense. Arboreal is vaguely forest-like. I don't even really know what the word means. I just know it's associated with forest. I've got a fair amount of words like that where I'm like, I'm not sure what this means, but I've heard it used in the context of these things, and therefore I know it means something similar to these things. Does that make sense? I'm trying to think of another example. I don't use the words often because I don't really know what the word means. Yeah. Let me open this chest. Ooh! Ring of Aiming. Do I do any of these? Oh, I guess I do Ninja. I think that's Ninja and Dancer. Hey, hello you two. What strange happenstances? Hast thou some misfortune befell you? Apologies, friends. Seems to have taken me a long way round. Seriously? Seriously? What the heck are they doing? Oh, it's us! That's cool. Wait, what are they doing? Flagrant spread. That's not really an ability that any of us do. You failed at that aspect. Also, not even using a weapon. Come on. If you're gonna mimic us, at least mimic our weapon style. So only the big one seems to be doing the big attacks. I guess actually Kryle's one might be big, but using a smaller form. That makes sense? Ooh. Healing is useless for me. I'm glad. I feel like they've gotten better at like tanking before I have to move like stupidly close. But I feel like before, like you had to get like pretty close for them to start tanking. Look, Thancred, I did not appreciate that. I hope at some point I can do the same to you. At that point I'll kind of appreciate it, because that's fair game. But if there's never a point where my character does it to somebody else, it's not fair game, I'm not allowing it. I thought there'd be another chest here, if I'm being honest. That's why I stopped to look around, and I might have missed one, but I don't think I did. Ooh, that guy's cool. Is he like the Yeti of this world? We can't simply sneak by, can we? Not likely. You would know it. We definitely could have snipped by this guy. Okay, he's done so. Does that mean next you'll do reap? Dancing? He's watering the seeds with Aether? Oh, I did it. Get me out of here. Okay, that's kind of awesome. I probably need to learn about it before doing anything, but still. Spit. Oh, I'm getting behind you for spit. Oh, they're gonna turn into us. Why did he summon those? What's the logic there? I mean, this dude, other than the dancing attack, seems relatively easy. But I'm going to regret that because he's going to have another attack in this phase, isn't he? Or he's just going to go back to doing the invigorating the seed. Yeah, he's done so already. I mean, reach or blimmin' drowsy dance is going to go. Go on, Alpha Note. Show me where I'm supposed to go. There. I ain't falling for that. Alpha knows where to go, and so if I follow him, I just win. You know, unless it's something I actually know. In which case, then I just go wherever I know I can go. Which really should be all the time, so I should not be relying on Alpha Node, but you know, I've always relied on him, ever since Heaven's Ward. Another victory for us. So where do we go, though? Up there. Out the tunnels we go. Striking. Ooh. Is that good? No. No, that's not good at all. I mean, it'll be under this robe, right? So hopefully you won't see it, but I'll give it a shot in a sec. That's just a ball. Is it an armadillo? Look, I have a one-time use of this. By one-time use, so of course means two-time use. And by two-time use, so of course means Wait, so they're potted, the plants that have homes in, like, seemingly man-made, like, pots? Okay. I could see that happening. Like remnants of potted plants. The Pumas. For some reason, all seem to have electric powers, but they never really talk about it. Or maybe they do, but I don't care about the lore enough to know. I don't care about the Puma lore enough. Oh, somebody else beat these guys up? Oh, it was that thing. Some territorial disputes? Or maybe a species that have been brought into here by an invading boy. Are we going to see a big one of these as another boss? I was told that if there's two of them, you should just focus one of them down. Ignore the fact that I think every other person is going after the other thing. And are beating me at beating this thing. Oh no, wait, am I winning? Am I winning? Oh no, they killed it. Oh, what the heck is that thing? That's awesome! Oh, and it's got wings as well. So cool. Gods below, what was that? It killed the worms as well. Not the worms, I haven't even killed and met them yet. In that order, of course. Did I say in that order out loud? I think I did before. I used to think that I could take one of these dudes before the other guys that beat the other one, but I guess I can't. That's what I used to in the earlier games. My DPS has gone down, it seems. I don't know the proper rotation. Nope, there's more of these things. Some species of vilekin? What a name. Who calls them vilekin? Does the name vile come from them, or did you name them after the fact that they are vile? Both of them are horrible things either way. I almost want them to be named after the fact... named after the word vile, and not the reverse. Because then at the very least you just name them because they're vile, and then they haven't been the reason for it.
You cannot stop us!
I don't like that pole sound, if I'm being honest. I don't know if it's coming through, and I kinda hope it doesn't. In the line, much body on time. Okay, I believe you. Drop in the line, put your body on time. Is a vilekin? Ooh, cutscene. It's eating one of the worms that we literally never saw, by the way. Apollyon. That's a cool name. You've got a pretty small mouth, Apollyon. It's the Vilekin we saw earlier. My axe for a giant boot. Genius. Blade. You know things are scary when they're not named anything fancy. It's just named like Blade. How many wild beasts are helping? Get rid of them. No, don't eat them. What? That's not fair. Alphino, why did I follow you? It's much faster now. Because it's fed?
I have you.
What the heck is that? Alphino, Alphino, what are you doing? Jesus, Alphino, how did you not get me killed by that? Okay, are they also gonna die?
Try this!
Now I'll show you.
Can't eat all of them that quick. I mean, this is a cool idea. But it kind of feels like there should be a way that I can stop it. You know, like kill the enemies before it insta-kills them. Or like weaken it in some way by making it eat something bad. I guess it's just a boss mechanic that I shouldn't really think about too much. No! What the heck? Okay, that is a scary move. The whirlwind that explodes, that also you have another thing. That one's less of a problem. I miss when you just had basic attacks. Why have you learned all these fancy moves? Kinda implies you weren't that strong before though, so you had to eat to do it. Okay, that's pretty scary. How are you supposed to figure that out if you didn't have people with you? Like, sorry, if you didn't have NPCs with you. Like, where to go to dodge that? God, I can only imagine that on, like, a harder difficulty one. But if the armor's like its carapace, then it would probably be cool armor for like a tankish person. Although it'd be pretty cool for a samurai, actually. Having that, like, the sort of, like, the carapace works quite well for, like, Shogun armor a lot of the time. So I could see it being good on that. I probably want to dye it not green. Not that I hate green, but not in this specific situation. Oh, I got a flower pot. That's nice. Did no one say anything after we killed that? Nope. Cool. Drop in the line. Drop your body on time. Okay, I believe you.
This is as far as we can go on foot, it seems. We'll have to head back and see about fixing the boat.
Hey! Everyone all right?
We fixed the boat. Did we? Oh, if we could have had the prime one on our boat. That suction power. All I'm saying is, you can see why it's the prime. Is that rain? Okay, it is I thought it was going up. I was worried we might not catch up to you. Those caverns you traversed were dug in by the Yuk Hall in the search for gold. Remnants of their extractions can be found throughout the region. While I appreciate the lesson, O wise guide, and we landing this boat anytime soon, our river journey is almost over. For proof of that, you need only look ahead. God, that's loud. God, that's freakishly loud. In comparison to me. The falls were impressive enough from a distance, but it's almost too much now. Yes, amazing. Now please let me off. No more boats. Are you? Oh, you're not alright. I should be surprised if she was, even without the nausea we all spent. There is a mountain shelter nearby. A resting spot for those who ascended the stairs. I suggest we make use of it. That would be a welcome respite. Have you the strength for a short walk, Wuklamat? We can rest along the way too. Damn it all. A promise is meant to lead from the front, not mew and moan like a sick kitten. Wuklamat. Ignore me. It's the nausea talking. I'm fine, really. Lead on, I'll follow. Nah. We're supposed to lead from the front. Very well. But if I might say one thing... Just because you're a promise or a claimant for the throne doesn't mean you can't be seen to struggle. You didn't bear this burden alone, so please don't hesitate to talk to us. We're all willing to lend an ear. But Kryl, Everyone's allowed. Leaning on others is a skill all leaders require. You as well, Motta? I've always believed this is my problem alone, but perhaps you have the right of it. Alright, I'll talk about things. Just give me a moment to collect my thoughts. Of course, as long as you need. While we're waiting at the shelter, we'll be waiting at the shelter when you're ready. Of course, of course. Let's just get there first. You don't want to be standing out in the rain. You're not wearing that much, actually. Oh, I was expecting Bakul Jar Jar to be there going, "Damn it, my plan didn't work." I've long felt that I could never tell anyone when I'm confused or hurting. That admitting to weakness would bring shame to Papa's name. But if you're saying you're willing to listen, then there are things I'd like to talk about. Come on, let's catch up with the others. God, I really want to end it here, but we've got a fair amount of time left. So we'll keep going. The reason I want to end it here is I feel like that would be a really good way to open the next stream. But simultaneously, it'll be a good way to end the stream. That's how I've got to think about it. Oh, look at these little boys. Or girls. Oh, one's attacking me. I must have misgendered it. I'm very, very, very sorry. So wait, we've been here before? Oh, is that the Hanu Hanu? Yeah, okay, so it's the other side of the Hanu Hanu. And then there's the giants are the other side of the Pelu Pelu. That makes sense. They're using the map. Okay, and they're splitting it in two. Nope. We should stop here for the night. I understand the desire to rush ahead, but we need to recuperate from our punishing river adventure. Then let's settle in. Let's settle in. We need a campfire and there's meal preparations to be done. Do. Please let me attune to that
I've
thing.
been meaning to ask, but how does one become the adopted child of the Dawn Servant?
Good question.
I was but a ball of fuzz at the time, so I don't remember much. My earliest memories are of life in the palace. All I know is that I was born in Ikbrash, a village in Yaktel. But I've never bothered to return there. As far as I'm concerned, Ulul Jaja is my only parent.
That's cute.
I quite understand. I have no memories of my birth parents either.
Really? I didn't know that. Oh, I guess you had
For
your
a
grandparent.
while, I wanted to
grandfather.
learn who they were. But over time, that curiosity waned. Galuf was my dear grandfather, and he was all I needed.
What about grandmother?
So our situations were quite similar.
It is true, actually, you and Kryle. And you both have a situation where you were like, I feel inadequate to my
Even though
colleagues.
Papa already had a trueborn son. He raised me and Kona with no less love.
Aw, that's so good.
One time, I'd wandered off alone into the forest and gotten lost. Before I became a meal for some beast, Papa dropped everything and came to my rescue.
Papa!
I was scared and sobbing and ready for a scolding. But the head of resolve praised me for surviving the ordeal.
Did the head of wisdom also then hit him?
I did get my lecture from the head of reason.
Yeah,
though.
okay, cool.
He went on and on about the dangers of the jungle and all the horrible ways I could have died.
I want to hear the head of reason talk.
Growing up, Papa was kind and patient, but a tyrant when it came to training. Now, of course, I realize he was preparing me for my duties as a promise.
I think he was preparing you just to be able to survive.
For all the good it did.
Yeah, it's doing good. You're pretty strong.
There's so much I failed to learn about my own country. Whether it's alpacas or Ihihana. I hardly know
Ihana means
anything.
family. It doesn't. Ohana does.
I've lived such a sheltered life yet convinced myself I understood Tural and its people.
I don't like this
I
self-deprecation.
don't have
Only
Connor's
I'm allowed
education.
that.
Or Zoralja's strength. I'm all bluff and bravado.
You got the
Not
heart,
fit to
mate.
bear my title.
Strength, wisdom, heart. It's the Triforce. Literally the It's literally the Triforce. You can't measure your worth by the success of others.
Don't compare myself to my siblings, you mean?
Of course. The Triforce.
I think I see what you're saying.
Power,
My
heart,
reasons for joining the
wisdom.
contest have nothing
I'm pretty sure
to
the
do
last
with
one's
my
called like
brothers.
courage, but still.
It's always been about the Turali and what I can do for them.
Sorry, I'm interrupting the stuff. I'm very sorry about that. I'm very, very sorry about that.
You said it yourself. How important it is to properly know something.
It's true. With the Pelu Pelu.
To hear the voices of others, empathize with how they feel, and think how best to serve. In so doing, you'll come ever closer to being the person you wish to be.
That's the only thing the other promises don't do over you. Because that's your heart.
I'm sorry, everyone. I've been a fool.
Yeah, everyone's a fool.
From this moment on, I'll
It's
stop
kind of my
trying to be
natural
the
state.
promise I'm not. I won't feign strength to hide my weaknesses. Step by step, I'll learn all there
But you
is to know
you feign
and
weakness
love
to hide your
about
strength.
Tuliyola
That's
and
genius.
my fellow Turali.
Okay. Sorry.
It might not be the smoothest path, but it'll be a path of my own making.
I do like that they're getting there's
I
character
will
development.
For the City of Gold, for all of us, along with the answers you seek about your grandfather Kryl. I swear.
Aww, get a smile on that face.
I
Aww.
appreciate it, Wooklamat. But you needn't take on that burden as well.
Yeah, that's our job. That's the reason we're here.
Baldessian dedicated his life to protecting people from all manner of threats.
Until the very end.
As his granddaughter, I wouldn't wish to endanger others for the sake of a personal investigation.
Yeah.
So let's just concentrate on winning the contest. We have a shared goal, and, if at all possible, I'd rather we enjoy the journey.
Exactly, that's how we work. Enjoy the journey.
Hear, hear.
Makes the
We are
destination so
companions
much
on the
sweeter.
Same road, bound for the same destination. With our combined talents, nothing will stop us from reaching the Golden City.
Thank you. Thank you all. I am proud to call you my friends.
Yeah. Erenville, smile. Yes! Win! That's a win! Meanwhile, in the second Promiser's camp, is it going to show how he's different?
Thank you. Thank you all. I am proud to call you my friends.
Oh, they can hear it.
They seem to be enjoying themselves. Are you sure you don't want to go and say a word to your sister?
That's true, the Yug.
Nay, there is no need for that. But what of you two? Wuklamat's allies are your comrades. It must feel strange to be rivals.
Yeah, we've been rivals
Helping you
before.
has made us rivals, aye. But we're not about to break into fisticuffs over it. Unless, of course, it is a matter of winning or losing the contest. Then I'll have no qualms about putting Alizé on her rear.
Yeah.
Despite our long history, never have I been given the chance to test myself against our companions. The thought stirreth within me a most unexpected sense of competition.
I'm surprised you didn't ask for your Stola as well. That would be a formidable team.
Lamachi has surrounded herself with distinguished figures indeed. One of the Studium's finest graduates, the head of the students of Bardesian. And then there's Eorzea's vaunted champion. If she's half the hero you say, then the odds are stacked against us. Not that I've any intention of bowing out. Our time in Urkelpacha only served to strengthen my resolve. We saw how a single storm cut off the alpaca roots and threw my people's lives into disarray.
You can't really see the glasses
Such
part, can you?
uncertainties are why I advocate for the adoption of Sharlayan innovations, that Tuli Yolal might know greater stability and prosperity.
It's not a bad idea, as long as you keep the culture.
Our nation can change for the better. And I will be the man to change it.
Good on you.
Well, it's a start. I imagine your experiences on this journey, all the things you'll hear and feel and think, will help you refine that approach.
It's like idling.
But to return to the subject of the rite, I'm a touch concerned by the condition for victory. The claimant who breaks the seal becomes Dawn Servant, not the one who performed the 7 feats first.
So you could just focus on the servant, on the city.
The would-be victor need only possess the 7 keystones.
They can just take them.
That is correct. As the contest wears on, we must brace ourselves for greater conflict.
I don't think Barul Jajar's got any. At least he doesn't have the one. I don't think he got the one from the Hanu Hanu. Ooh, what's the first promise doing? He's the most interesting at the moment. Ooh, he's in a little village. Did he already get up to the goblin village?
Your rivals still lag behind. The second and third promise may have recruited competent lackeys, but none compared to you.
Well, the hero does, surely.
How can they hope to compete with the resilient son? The only child ever sired by a two-head. Only the ignorant or foolish could fail to see that you were born to be Dawn's servant.
Sure, Zarul Jar.
Such titles mean nothing.
I neglected to mention, when I first heard the rumors that the contest involved the Golden City, I spoke in confidence with Gulul Jaja's inner circle.
Okay.
They all agreed on one thing. Whoever reaches the City of Gold will attain a power so great, it can dictate the course of history.
Ooh.
If this power truly exists, then I humbly beg a fair share of it.
Of course.
Time is passing, and I would put my plans in motion without delay. The useless tool is cast aside after all.
Ooh,
And
what's this
just
about?
so there is no misunderstanding, you consent to this course, no matter who is made to suffer.
Ooh, this is interesting.
In battle, everyone bleeds. The Dawn's promise is no exception. What better lesson to teach our people the folly of war?
Okay, so he's been manipulated. Good to know. Well, no, he's not being manipulated, but he's being used. Kind of. Oh yeah, what's Bakul Jar Jar doing at the moment? Good old Bakul Jar Jar Binks. Okay, he's seen the apex. Or did he kill this one? It's a different apex.
I was hoping for a good scrap, but this
Okay,
bloated
he
sack
has.
of bile was no challenge at all.
He didn't eat anything.
I wonder if the house cat is dead yet. Be ashamed to lose a plaything, but we'd still have 2 more.
I like the little
If
laugh.
I may ask, Chosen One, what are your plans for Tuliolal after you take the throne?
Ooh, that's good. We haven't actually heard that. Yeah, that's good to know.
Plans? What makes you think we care about all that? We care only about the contest and proving our superiority.
Oh, shit.
That would surely please Mother and Father. Yes, and when we become Dawn's servant, we'll drive out the weakling masses and invite our kin to...
Wait, oh, they're doing this for Mother and Father.
Fine idea! Our family deserves better than that rotten jungle.
Oh.
But do it then. We must catch up to that one-headed pretender and remind him of the natural order.
I made it.
Oh, he's gonna be killed because he's weak.
I thought we were missing someone. Where have you been?
Oh, I feared I was done for when I fell from the boat. Yet somehow I made it. Oh, my arms, I can barely lift them. If I could just rest a moment.
Nope, you're gonna be killed. He's gonna kill you.
You expect us to wait for you? Those who can't keep up will be left behind.
Ooh.
My brother has spoken. March, or be fodder for the beasts.
Oh, damn.
But I followed the teachings. Everything I've done, everything I've sacrificed, all has been for the blessed seedlings. Wait. Don't leave me behind. I'm begging you.
Oh, no. Okay, well, I mean... Okay, so there's 2 bad ones and there's 2 good ones, is what I'm hearing. One of them probably going to be one of the final bosses, if not the final boss. Being able to say those things have brought me such relief. It's like the stone has been lifted off my chest and I can take a breath. I don't want to encumber myself like that again. I want to be better, will be better, for myself and for my people. Do 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 do. Okay. The Moblin settlement of Earthenshire is not far from here, but be warned, the road will be taking is favoured ground for bandits. With the stairs currently impassable, there'll be fewer travellers, meaning the brigades will desperate for victims to ambush. Although considering present company, I suppose my concern is unwarranted. Bandits on the road? What has Sorul Jar and the Landsguard been doing? Seems it's up to me to restore the area. No, don't run off on your own! And off she goes again. But now we'll head west and aim for the bank of the second river. And we'll aim for that bank of the second river next time. When we do this next time, because we've hit the 2-hour mark. Thank you everyone for watching. What else to say? I think a lot was done here. I quite liked the dungeon. It was quite funny. It was quite fun. Not overly complicated. I liked the Pelu Pelu stuff. I really liked the ending of the Pelu Pelu stuff. I hope to see everyone on Monday for just a chill out session. I don't know what we'll be playing. For Wednesday for some more Baldur's Gate, and for Friday for some more Final Fantasy 14. But until then, hope you have a great weekend. Goodbye!